Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Life in Layouts over here on the Scrap Room, and today I am using Fancy Pants Vitamin C for the Freaky Fast Friday. In this flavor of the month kit, you get 2 pieces of white cardstock, 3 pieces of pattern paper, a third of the tags, some of the ephemera, and some of the puffy dots. If you get the embellishment kit, you will also get the chipboard pieces. I love the Freaky Fast Friday challenge. It really makes me think outside of the box. As I am cutting out all of the pieces for the Freaky Fast Friday challenge, I want to encourage you guys to go check out the Scrap Room's Facebook group. We have lots of challenges over there, including this Freaky Fast Friday, as well as 2 sketch challenges and a color challenge. There's lots of fun things going on over on the Facebook group. You do not have to be a member of our kit club to participate in the challenges, but if you do want to become a member of the kit club, make sure that you let Rochelle know that I sent you, because she will put a special surprise for you in your first month's kit. So now that I have all of the pieces cut out, I am just playing around trying to figure out what the best combination is for these particular pieces of pattern paper. And I think the one that I struggle with the most is that smallest piece, the one that is 3x2. But then when I saw the other design team members post their layouts, and they added a banner notch to it and then added it up to the right, kind of off from where they did another cluster where they put their photos, I was just like, that's just an amazing idea. So I did end up doing a notch and putting it down there at the bottom, but I'll have to keep that in mind with creating a cluster up in the top left or right hand corner to really help those smaller pieces, because those are the ones that I struggle with the most. So I decided to use this circle paper. It kind of looks like umbrellas. I guess that's what it's supposed to be, an umbrella, but I really like just the circles of it. These photos are from Blue Springs, which is a local spring in my area, and the spring is well known for manatees. It is a huge manatee haven. In the winter time, there are hundreds of manatees that make their way to this Blue Springs. During the summertime, you won't see as many manatees. When we were there, we only saw 2, but it's definitely a place where you can go during the winter time, not get in that water because that spring water is cold. But you can walk around in this area and see all of the manatees. So after I get the base of the left page down, I go ahead and decide to work on the right hand side, and I really just try to use the scraps of what is left. Sometimes I do cut them a little bit more, but I think that working with the Freaky Fast Friday, one of the other challenges is just adding those other scraps to the right hand side and finding out a different configuration that will work with the photos that you have. And I did cut my photos down to 3.5 by 5.5, and this is again one of those sizes that I am really loving right now. I think that it's awesome to, if you have these 3 photos, normally they would span from one end of the layout to the other, but just by cutting them down just a 1/2 inch, it really gives you a nice border on each side of the photo cluster. So now I am pulling out the embellishment pieces, and I got this like big beach bag that I thought was perfect to put underneath that umbrella. I just love the way that works together. I do go ahead and add a summer fun tag right above that. On the right hand side, I do go ahead and add that bikini piece. I think that's so cute that it is a bikini, but they were able to keep it together in one by adding those strings down to the bottom. Now on the bottom cluster, I start out with that fern, and I really liked the fern because there's lots of ferns in this photo, but that bus up there in the top of the video was just too cute not to use. So I do end up replacing that little fern with the bus. Once I get the bus down, then I go ahead and recreate that cluster. I was going to try to leave the fern in there, but the fern just really competed with that bus. So I just go ahead and add the red flower down there, and then I add the little bird up at the top above the photos. Now this tag here, I believe it said beach bum, which we're not at the beach, but I wanted to go ahead and add it down. So first I was just going to put bum, which is what we tend to do when we're camping or out in the water, but I did find this word sun, and so I was like, sun bum makes a whole lot more sense. So I did go ahead and add that down. I do add some splatters to my layout just to add a little bit of contrast to that white cardstock. And then I pull out these beautiful turquoise thickers, and I think that it just sets this layout off. Even though there's not that rich of a turquoise color in the pieces of pattern paper, it really does draw your eye right to the title and right to that photo on the left-hand side. I do pull out my typewriter and type my journaling, and I cut them a little bit too long, so I had to go in and trim them down just a little bit, and I do add just some liquid adhesive to the back of those to make sure that they stick. I wanted to make sure that I had other pieces of the turquoise in all of the other clusters, and there was a little asterisk that I was able to add to each one of the clusters. So here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more Flavor of the Month kit layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.